As you know, deep divers, I am a published best-selling author on Amazon. Yeah, deep divers. People always ask me, Ralph, share some of your favorite quotes. Okay, deep divers, 2 of my favorite quotes ever. Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. Like deep divers, that line alone literally changed my life. When I was growing up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hopeful right now. I believe I can fly. I believe I can do anything. If I want it, I can get it. And another one of my favorite quotes, deep divers, is by none other than Ralph Smart. Oh, Ralph Smart is right here. In Feel Alive by Ralph Smart. When you want something. No, that was Paulo's quote. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. Oh my gosh. Deep divers. When I read that quote, I even surprised myself. I'm like, damn, Ralph, you write that? Yes, I did. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. Deep divers, I dared to follow my heart. And I ended up in this, well, look at it. It's paradise here, deep divers. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are out here in nature, baby. You can hear those beautiful birds. We got squirrels over there. We got the cat down the road over there. We got beautiful trees behind me and in front of me. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Deep divers, today is a good day. Today is a good day because I said so. And I'm sending you tons of good ass energy right about now. Take that, take that, take that. Deep divers, this is actually 2012. Huh? I thought it was 2020. Deep divers, this is actually 2012. What's coming? You won't believe it. Now, shout out to everybody who was on the Instagram Live. I was chopping up game, deep divers, on the Instagram Live, and someone's like, Ralph, thank you so much for mentioning that it's actually 2012 in Ethiopia. And 2012 is a very significant year. Oh, yes, it is. The end of the world? The end of the world? Or the beginning? Yes, deep divers, we got so much to dive into. Are you ready? Can someone please get me some breakfast first? Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Now, wonderful deep divers, we are raising the vibration out here today in the heart of nature. This is actually 2012. What's coming? You won't believe it. Yes, in the Ethiopian Orthodox calendar, it's actually 2012. Okay? I've been to Ethiopia. I went to the Intoto Mountains and I ate some delicious injera 7-day vegan challenge from the teff grain, and it's actually gluten-free. Okay? So delicious injera. Put some spinach on top. Oh, deep divers, you're making me hungry. I told you we ain't even had breakfast yet. Yes, it's 2012 in Ethiopia. Deep divers, the Mayan calendar ended December 21st, 2012. What? Slow motion this side. The Mayans believed that this was the end of the world as we know it. And deep divers, right now on the planet, what's happening? It is the end of the world as we know it. The world will never ever be the same again. We are entering a whole new world in this state of emergency that's happening right now on the planet, in this pandemonium, okay, this COVID-19 business. Yeah, for a lot of people, it seems like it's the end of the world because they've got to queue up to go to the supermarket. And that would only happen, deep divers, in the end of the world. Not only did the Mayans say 2012 was the end of the world, but many ancient cultures in ancient Kemet or Egypt, they also said so. In the Temple of Dendera, okay, you have the beautiful, one of the first zodiac paintings, okay? It's actually in the Louvre Museum, Museum, okay? The Temple of Dendera shows the astrological signs and is beautiful. But there is something called the Great Year, okay? In astrology, the Great Year, and in astronomy, the Great Year is the precession of the equinoxes along the ecliptic. And this happens every 25,920 years. Gosh, that's a long time. Yeah, that's why it's called the Great Year. Okay? And guess when we reached the Great Year? December 21st, 2012. What? Slow motion this side. So 2020 vision, but in Ethiopia, it's actually 2012. And 2012 holds deep significance because it is the ending of one age and the birth of a whole new age. What? Slow motion this side. We are leaving the age of Pisces, which was all about belief. Believing. I believe, and I'm a Pisces, deep divers. Born on March 3rd at 3:03 on a Sunday. But now we are entering the age of Aquarius, which is the water bearer, the information age where the hidden is coming to light. Full disclosure. Oh, baby. This is actually 2012, deep divers. What's coming? You won't believe it. The apocalypse, deep divers, is here right now. Look at the state of the planet. Lockdown. Apocalypse. Look at the state of the planet, deep divers. 5G towers everywhere. It's a whole new world, deep divers. And it's a whole new world for the chosen ones because they're just chilling in the heart of nature with a juicy mango inside of their mouth. Now, the word apocalypse emanates from the Greek apokalypsis, which means a lifting of the veil. Many sacred texts will tell you there would come a time on the planet where the first would be lost, okay? The first would be lost and the last would be first. Deep divers, it's a whole new world right now. Okay? Now, the apocalypse that we see on the planet, the lifting of the veil, everything is getting exposed. People are awakening more than ever right now on the planet because this is actually 2012. It's the end of the world. Not for the chosen ones, but it's the end of the world for those that were in power, the cabal. It's over for them. I told you their time is up. That's why now they've got to pull out all the stops. They've got to hit you with a 5G. Okay, they've got to hit you with a lockdown. They've got to hit you with a quarantine because it's over. They've got to do anything they can to keep you in bondage. But the moment you realize being free is your birthright, oh, baby, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Yeah, this is actually 2012, deep divers. I already told you about that senior official in the World Health Organization, who was Skyping a Taiwanese journalist, and she asked him, can we talk about Taiwan's membership? And he's like, he pretended he didn't even hear her. So she came again, and he's like, he just hung up. So now you're starting to see the cracks in the matrix, how this is all an illusion. It's all a game. It's all a stage show. Because this is actually 2012. This is where your third eye opens and you can see the BS for what it actually is. You can realize that it's all an act. It's all a stage. The news are there to distract you, not tell you the truth. Politicians are there to deceive you, not tell you the truth. And you can't depend on the system. You have to depend on yourself. Because the power is you. Deep divers, this is actually 2012. The emperor has no clothes. Uh-oh, oh my gosh, yes, deep divers. That's how you know this is actually 2012. Hans Christian Andersen, great author. He wrote Rapunzel. He also wrote The Emperor's New Clothes, okay? There was a very famous emperor. And he was so fond of the finest linens, deep divers, and he's like, call me the best weavers in the land to weave some beautiful clothes for me. So they came along and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Don't worry about it, emperor. So he gave them gold, the finest silk, okay? And they didn't actually do anything. So the emperor sent his advisors just to see how they were getting along, and they realized the weavers weren't actually doing anything. They hadn't made any new clothes, but they couldn't go back and tell the emperor, hey, you've got no clothes. So they said, oh, don't worry, they're doing a great job. Then the emperor himself went to see the weavers and said, oh my gosh, what is this? And they said, don't worry, emperor, you are gonna look fantastic. And he's like, even though I don't see any clothes, but I'm just gonna go along with it because I can't tell my people I have no clothes, okay? So for the procession he went to, the day of it, he called the weavers and he was only in his boxer shorts, deep divers, and they were putting on imaginary clothes on him, and he's like, oh, I look so fantastic. They're all gonna love it. Okay, so there he was in the procession, deep divers, and everyone was saying, oh, emperor, beautiful new clothes. And then one child says, wait a minute, the emperor has no clothes. The emperor has got no clothes on, only some boxer shorts. Oh my gosh. And then everyone else, deep divers, started to say, the emperor has no clothes. He's wearing no clothes, deep divers. Well, you see, that's what's happening with 5G. What? Slow motion this side. There's a reason why they took down the David Icke video on London Real when he was trying to link 5G with COVID-19, because a lot of people are starting to realize that this 5G is hazardous to human health because it's millimeter waves. And now a lot of other people are saying the same thing. They're starting to realize the emperor has no clothes. They're starting to realize that, wait a minute, this planet is slowly turning into an Orwellian state. What did George Orwell say? 2 + 2 is 5. Oh my gosh, deep divers. What did George Orwell say? War is peace. What? Yes, it is. War is peace, deep divers. Ignorance is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Freedom is slavery, okay? War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. So this is what George Orwell was saying. And slowly we are turning into an Orwellian Big Brother state. So this is actually 2012. I want you to remind yourself of that because the hidden is coming to light. In other words, it's a full disclosure. You're starting to realize that, wait a minute, this whole matrix is not as powerful as I actually thought it was. I am the power who is powering the entire system. So now you can see, deep divers, this is actually 2012. Just like the Mayans, the calendar stopped there. It's like, hey, let's stop right here. That's what's happening. The whole world is at a standstill. Time has stopped. Like the cat down the road is actually forgetting what day it is, deep divers, because now you are letting go of linear time and you are becoming transcendental. You are moving beyond time. This is actually 2012, deep divers. What's coming? You won't believe it. Now, it's amazing how many people are seeing 1111 all the time, and they keep messaging me at 1111, telling me they're seeing 1111. Then I see 1111. This is actually 2012, deep divers. That's why you are seeing 1111 so much. Now, if you realize, deep divers, when you are seeing 1111, it is because you are leaving the old world and you are entering a whole new world. And that's what's happening on the planet right now. A lot of people are entering a new paradigm, a new mind, a whole new body, a new attitude to life, to say, actually, I got to respect these birds because it's not about the ecosystem, it's about the ecosystem. But with the 1111, you're starting to realize that this is not an accident. How come I came into the room at exactly 1111? What are the chances of that? Okay. Well, a lot of people are experiencing the 1111 phenomena, and it's no coincidence that it's exactly when they are awakening to their true power and higher consciousness, which is awareness. Now let's break it down even more. Zeros and ones, that's the language of computers, binary. Well, let's talk about the theoretical physicist, Dr. James Gates, okay? Who started to observe the universe and found these adinkras, found that the universe was just like a massive web browser, and he found zeros and ones, just like in a computer browser. Okay, so you're starting to realize that even the top physicists on this planet, Dr. James Gates, are starting to realize that it's a kind of simulation. It's a kind of computer program. The whole universe is made of numbers. I told you, it's all about the numbers. You have 11 organ systems in your body, 22 bones in your skull, that's why it's skull and bones, and 33 vertebrae in your spinal column. I told you, I'm 33. 3-3, that's the master teacher. That's Christ consciousness. Christ means the anointed one. What? Slow motion this side. Deep divers, this is actually 2012. What's coming? You won't believe it. Synchronicity is already on the planet, even though they want you divided and separate from each other in this lockdown, this quarantine. No. Right now, deep divers, you are reconnecting with your soul tribe. Yes, you are, because I am. I'm connecting with you right now. It's all because this is actually 2012. This is the age of the grand reunion, the twin flame reunion. A lot of people are meeting their twin flames. Oh, love is in the air. Love is in the air right now. Okay? But synchronicity, people are starting to see synchronicity every single day. Sometimes deep divers ever just thought of someone and then they magically appear. That's synchronicity. What is synchronicity? Synchronicity is when your dominant thoughts align with your life and become your dominant experiences. What? Slow motion this side. So this is actually 2012. A lot of people are starting to realize that, wait a minute, things aren't as random as I actually thought. Life is divine mathematics. Inside of this universe, you have the Fibonacci sequence. You have the golden ratio, the golden mean. Everything is divine mathematics. Okay? So it also ties into synchronicity. People right now are just thinking of someone, then they are appearing. Sometimes you hop into a car and you're thinking of something, you turn on the radio and the singer is singing the exact same lyrics you were thinking of. Like, what are the chances of that? No, deep divers. It's because this is actually 2012, where you realize everything is connected. Oh, baby. This is actually 2012. Deep divers, what's coming? You won't believe it. Now, in a state of emergency on the planet right now, which has been engineered, a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are looking a little bit shaky, baby. And a lot of people are nervous because for the first time, they have to humble themselves to say, actually, I thought it was the car. I thought it was the mansion that was important. I thought it was the followers that was important. No. Toilet roll, oh my gosh, toilet roll and pasta have become the most prized possessions on the planet right about now. Because you can't find any, okay? They have become the most sought after commodities on the planet right now. Toilet roll, pasta, yes, deep divers. So this is actually 2012 because everything comes full circle. What? Slow motion this side. Once again, it is the great year, the precession of the equinoxes. We have made a full cycle. And this is huge because now we are going back to basics, where it's all about the basic necessities, the bare necessities. Okay, ever watch a Jungle Book? Yeah, the bare necessities, okay? We have to humble ourselves, and this is why it's actually 2012. We're starting to realize that we are guests in the house of nature. We are not the masters. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. I said we are guests in the house of nature and not the masters. Everything has come full circle. We're now starting to realize that, wait a minute, we got to start respecting Mother Nature. We got to start respecting the trees, the plants, and the animals on the planet because we aren't better than them. We're just a part of this ecosystem. We are all equal. This is actually 2012, deep divers, because a new consciousness is on the planet. People are starting to realize, wait a minute, I'm a free being. I didn't come here just to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I didn't even come here to be in lockdown. I came here to go through the metamorphosis. I came here to go through the metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a butterfly. 7-day vegan challenge. Now, a lot of people are eating leafy greens, fruits, vegetables, but they're actually saying, oh my gosh, I don't want to waste this food right now because I don't want to have to queue up at the supermarket for like 45 minutes. Ain't nobody got time for that. This is actually 2012 because a lot of people right now on the planet are starting to say, oh my gosh, I took food for granted. I took fresh, clean water for granted. In some countries, people don't have this. This is actually 2012 because people are starting to realize what really matters. Your health matters. What good is it if you have all the riches in the world, but you haven't got the health to enjoy it? What? Slow motion this side. And if you think healthy eating is expensive, deep divers, just wait till you see the price of a heart attack. And it took the coronavirus to show us all what really matters. And that is good food, full of antioxidants, love, of course, wonderful family, and collective unity on the planet. This is actually 2012, deep divers, because a lot of people are no longer falling for the tricks and the traps of the Matrix. A lot of people are breaking their confinement, breaking their prison, and actually starting to think for themselves. I told you, it's all a game of Simon Says. Now you are saying, actually, no, Simon. You're starting to realize that your thoughts create reality. Deep divers, I told you. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. I followed my heart, deep divers, and became wealthy beyond measure. You see, a lot of people always say, Ralph, how can I manifest? I see you manifesting. Because I dared to follow my heart. This is actually 2012 because a lot of people are daring to follow their heart. It's an ending of fear, and it's a beginning of a whole new plant-based journey where people are actually eating to live and using food as medicine to heal themselves. This is actually 2012, deep divers, because it's an ending of a poor lifestyle, poor diet, crappy job, and it's an embrace of what you know you are truly worthy for. That's why this is actually 2012. I was just content working 12 hours a day many, many years ago. Then I said, wait a minute, I just want to do what I want every single day. Like Frank, I just want to do it my way, and that's what I did. This is actually 2012, deep divers, because it's an ending of all the lies, the deception, and it's a embrace of a greater truth. The truth will set you free. And a lot of people are being set free right about now, the chosen ones. This is actually 2012, deep divers. This is the end of the world as you know it, the shutdown. But it's not a shutdown or lockdown for those who are going on the journey within. The great year when everything comes full circle. You start to see who you always were. Oh, baby. That is a spiritual being having a human experience. And that's what so many people are awakening to. This is actually 2012, deep divers, because it's an ending of self-hate. And it's an embrace of self-love. Right now, more people on this planet are loving themselves more than ever. I meet people who are like checking themselves out in the mirror 10 times a day. I'm like, goodness gracious, you are beautiful. Look at you go. Yeah. People are starting to value themselves and realize value is internal. Your value is internal. Your value is internal. Because for the longest time, people were externalizing their value. How many followers do you have? How many subscribers? How many likes? Now, none of that matters because this is actually 2012. The only thing that matters is your internal value. You don't have to wait to be validated by the cat down the road, even though that would be pretty cool. This is actually 2012, deep divers. It's actually 2012. What's coming? You won't believe it. It's an ending of the pity party. It's an ending of the self-blame. Because you're realizing, instead of hating myself for everything I aren't, instead of hating myself for everything I am not, I'm going to start loving myself for everything I am. Let me repeat that. Instead of hating yourself for everything that you are not, you are starting to love yourself for everything that you are. You're starting to say, wait a minute, I do have a lot going for me. Wait a minute, I am enough. Wait a minute, I do enough. Wait a minute, I have enough. Okay? It's an ending of self-blame, and it's an embrace of self-responsibility. And right now, this is actually 2012, because you're starting to realize, deep divers, that nobody is coming to save you. Not even the cat down the road. There is no Coast Guard, no lifeboat. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Yeah, you gotta learn how to swim by yourself. What? Slow motion this side. That's why you are gonna be so empowered, because this is actually 2012, and you're starting to realize that you were born without a manual for a reason. You were born without an instruction guide for a reason, because the truth is inside of you. Everything you need lies within you, and you have everything inside of you. That's why this is actually 2012, because for the first time you are realizing you can manifest the life you want. Forget about quarantine, forget about lockdown, forget about the coronavirus. All of that is a distraction, because you know all you have to do is focus on becoming who you came here to be, and let love guide you, not fear. This is actually 2012, because it's an ending of fear. You're starting to realize this Matrix is nothing more than a B movie, and it's a crap one at that. And now you are becoming the director of your own film. Now you are becoming player one of your own game. Now you are rewriting the story and becoming the author of your own book. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Beautiful deep divers, shout out to you. This is actually 2012, because that's why I'm just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. You're starting to realize how important it is just to breathe in that good ass prana, baby. Okay? Because they're trying to take your oxygen away. The 5G, okay, is trying to take your oxygen away. The COVID-19 is trying to take your oxygen away. So you got to come outside into nature and get that oxygen back by just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana. You're starting to realize, oh my gosh, air. I used to take air for granted. Now I realize that my whole entire life depends on it. Yes, it does, deep divers. Deep divers, shout out to everybody who's been rocking the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Check out the new book, Deep Divers. But before you do that, add me on Instagram at the verified Instagram page at official Ralph Smart, and add me on the verified Facebook page at Ralph Smart. Now, deep divers, we can go to the book, where you can find The Universe Reveals Its Secrets to Those Who Dare to Follow Their Hearts. Check out the new amazing book. For more information like this, be empowered, deep divers. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. A whole new world, a whole new earth is upon us. Celebrate, rejoice, and do a little samba, baby. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! When the calendar ended, that only meant time. What is time? Like time? No watch, deep divers. We are now beyond time. We are multi-dimensional beings, and we can do anything. Yes, we can. Oh my gosh, the cat down the road is flying right now. I'm impressed, deep divers. Have a beautiful day. Peace. Wait a minute. I don't need 5G because I'm in 5D. That's better. Peace.